Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Let's tap in to the healing tones. Whereas, I guess it's tapping in with. Yes. Yay! Beautiful. Let's see what the Arcturians have for us today. What are we looking at? Considering, processing, releasing, becoming aware of all of those kinds of things. Let us see. Anything? From the Arcturians? Oh, emerging. Stepping out into the world. Emerging as one confident, empowered, powerful, pure, with your intentions, with your choosing of the love, with your heart. Pure love. Oh, we got 3. Holy Macarena. Okay, well, we've got 2 that are upside down. And Manes speaks about community, kin, family. And Hagulas and Anzus. Hagulas, that sudden, sharp sting that wakes us up. I'm getting Frankenstein, right? It's alive! Yes, okay. And then Anzus, which is interesting because I woke up to the sounds of blackbirds making a ruckus. So we've got messages from your ancestry. So this could be something related to a message that comes in and smacks you across the face and wakes you up. It's like messages from your ancestors being like, you're powerful, or you see through your signs and synchronicities, right? Messages that, oh, wow, I predicted this. Oh, wow, I saw this coming. Oh, wow, I felt something like this was, and you get confirmation of it, right? And then you're like, I am powerful, right? Lots of different ways that messages can come to us. Yes. Okay, I'm going to read Mariners. Oh, I found Ewas, which is the horse one. Is the horse the one I showed there? Manas, humanity, intelligence, awareness, society, and learning. This is a time for the mind and the memory and the learning. Yes, emerging as one who is aware that they are a master and a student, and that we can continue to evolve and grow by learning, by exploring, by discovering, right? I got all these cards and I don't know what to do with them. But I'll just pull less. I'll just pull less of these ones because these ones tend to take a longer time to go through. Maybe, I don't know. I just try to do what I gotta do and we'll see what happens, right? Okay. Okay. We've got these cards coming out. I mean, it's not, I don't count. I just go, I just do, and then see what happens. That's all I do. That's all I do. Okay. Let's see what card's gonna come out here for us. All the cards. We've got the Magician. Okay. Magical AF. This is your message, right? You're like, I am powerful. Light bulb. I'm awake. I am now utilizing my magic. Okay, yeah, you're creating a world with your heart space. Okay, you're creating a world with your love. Gorgeous. You are, and your balance, right? Your balance between being magical and going with the flow, right? Your being and your doingness. You are being in flow, confident. You are creating, you are Midas touching, all of the things. And creating worlds, or at least the world, creating your world through love. There's your transitioning. Okay, this is the physical momentum, right? This is the passionate actions that you take to create your world through balance, through your heart space. And this is the physical reorganizing of the worlds to deliver you, to line up with you. Gorgeous. You are emerging a magician. Okay, there's things that are growing in behind the scenes. Yeah, things are happening in behind the scenes that you don't know of. Cooperative components, right? Other pieces of the puzzle, they exist. They're out there. You're just in this exploratory. This is why we need to get out and explore, right? And switch up routines and get out of our comfort zones, because that's where we discover these little pieces that all come together and create something magical. Okay, we've got energy flowing and going, and that's exactly it. Tapping in to the natural rhythms of the world, okay, of the universe, the divine, building momentum in this love, in this creation, and it starting to pick up speed, right? Momentum. It's like getting that little ball of snow at the top of the mountain and rolling it, and it starts to build, and in speed and in size as it moves down the mountain, right? And every time it hits something, it stops. Every time it gets to a plane, right, it loses its momentum. And that's part of this magic that you have, is and this going with the flowing, right? She is able to, in her being and her knowing, to be able to move and steer that ball. So you're moving out of the way of things that would stop you, right? And your ability to alchemize is turning any resistance into smoothness so that you are keeping the momentum going. Okay, gorgeous. The world, okay, yeah. And then you're like, yay, I built this world, and now I'm going to play and dance and love and be, and I'm gorgeous. That's you once you have reached the bottom of the mountain. There's so many analogies running right now. We're at the top of the mountain, we're at the bottom of the mountain, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, but look at this. Oh, you can't see. You can see, but this Ace of Pentacles, okay, this is you receiving your wishes. This is you receiving your manifestations as they are in process of becoming, right? As two are you in process of becoming one, able to receive. It is an in tandem thing. These things are around, they're there, right? But unless we have the eyes to recognize and the worthiness and sense of self to accept the things, they're all just around us and not with us, right? And then what's this guy? Temperance. Okay, there's your balance. There is your patience. There is your recognition that it is a process, and processes take as long as they take, right? When you are making a piece of pottery, there are processes and stages that you just can't skip. Otherwise, things blow up or fail, right? Implode or whatever. And so you have to allow the process. You have to allow the clay to dry before, and it has to be at the right before for carving. Consistency, and you have to when you're attaching things, you have to make sure that you are scoring and wetting and attaching properly. You don't want any bubbles. You can't rush these things, is what I'm trying to say, right? Then you have to allow dry time. Then you have to allow fire time, and then cooling time, and then glazing time, and then dry time again, and then refire, right? It's okay. You get it. You get it. You got it before I went off on it. Okay. We've got the 7 of Cups, okay? Celebration, overflow, luck, be a lady tonight. This is part of the momentum. Like, I'm thinking of something that gains enough traction or speed that it starts to create sparks, and these sparks fly out, and they're like little seeds. And everywhere they go, little potent, magical seeds, beans. And where they fly, they land, they plant, and they grow. And this is part of these beautiful byproducts of your flow, of your momentum, of your love world creation, right? And your magic. But sometimes the sparks land ahead of you and things grow, and then you're like, oh, I was just needing a banana or whatever, right? And people are like, wow, you're so lucky, like you just said you needed a banana and there was a banana. And you're like, yeah, luck, but also it's part of the work that I'm doing, the momentum that I am maintaining, that is working in my favor, right? This is all the things working behind the scenes. You don't know the expanse or the full scope of where those sparks fly and whose garden they land in, and what gorgeous blooms grow. right? But you're in this state of trusting, right? This is that trusting in the things that you can't see. And this is that faith that all things are working in your favor, right? Oh, we've got the devil. Okay, doubts and fears. This is the resistance, okay? These are the things that pop up that try to block and stop us. And this is why it's really important to be leading from the heart space, living from the heart space, and transforming. And because of that, these things just end up being, before they were blocks, right? Now they're fun details in the ride, right? Like, yes, building momentum, you're just going straight down, but now you've got to veer, woo, right? And then maybe you veer this way, and then there's a bit of a that was fun, right? And it becomes more part of this enjoyment and play than hindrance, right? And because we live in a dualistic world where there is light and shadow, we are light and shadow. We are masculine and feminine. We are sunshine and darkness, right? And so it's important to integrate. It's important to balance. This is part of that balancing, right? We got the temperance balancing. We got the twos balancing, living in two worlds at the same time, basically, right? We got the 3D realm. Well, we're multidimensional, so we're living in all the worlds at the same time. Okay, let's get some of these new tarots and see what kind of confirmations. Okay, why don't we put a card on each of the cards that are already laid down, and it will give us a little bit more insight on each card. Okay, because we've already established what these cards are meaning for us in this reading. And so we will get confirmation of the card or a compliment. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with the Magician. I'm just going to go for it. However it feels. Just like that. Okay. I'm excited. Okay, let's start with the Magician. Wow. Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, but the thing is, I don't know how to put the cards after I flip them. Okay, that's okay. We'll figure it out. New projects, truth, assertiveness, creative thinking, and clarity. Okay, that's you as the Magician. Yes. Beautiful. Sword of Truth. Okay. We've got the Fool. Okay, on the Two of Pentacles. So use your own intuition as well. When I show you the cards, what does it evoke for you? What does it make you feel, right? Okay, the Fool. Beginnings, possibilities, impulsiveness, innocence, and a free spirit. Okay, so this is that trust and faith in the work that you are doing, in this movement, in this mindful recalibration of the world that you want to live in, right? You want to live in a love world, a world where You are powerful, strong, capable, competent, and gorgeous. Okay. We've got the Page of Wands with the world beautiful. So there, look at that passionate joy that's happening there. I think. I don't know. These cards, it's tough to say. Page. Playfulness, charisma, discovery, a rogue, and enthusiasm. Yes. This is the world. And you are a rogue because you aren't following convention. You're not doing what everybody's doing. You're not checking all the, this is what you do to be a human on this planet checklist. You are like, what feels right for me? What do I need to do? How am I choosing to live my life, right? You're like, I'm bringing branches into my house because that feels right for me. Yes. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, beautiful. We got the High Priestess with your Ace of Pentacles here. This is who you became, right? This becoming one able to receive. You went into your High Priestess energy. You became connected to your intuition and okay with at peace with not seeing everything, with just knowing and feeling and moving from that space. Okay, we'll just read. We'll read the High Priestess because that's what I got this book for. Wisdom, intuition, dreams, meandering, an enigma. Yeah. What's manifesting? Also, the High Priestess is the divine counterpart of the Magician. Okay, and I'm reading the Magician with the Sword of Truth, right? Cutting away the illusions. Beautiful. Okay, on Temperance, we have Death. Okay, this is the transformation that happens when you are producing a sword, when you are tempering a sword, when you are forging a sword, right? The sword of destiny and truth, it needs to go through a process. But when you start with a base metal, right? And through the process, through the patience, through the heating and the cooling and the pounding and the resting, you transform that metal into something strong. And so it's the transformation of that metal, the death through the process of that old version of metal, and the birth of the sword, right? Beautiful. Okay, we got the 8 of coins, and I don't know, this person seems like they're crying because they are working so hard to make stuff. But I feel like through your hard work, you produce, you gain wisdom. Okay. So we got 7 of Cups and 8 of Coins. Let's see what that's about. Craftsmanship, commitment, determination, ambition, and concentration. Yes. So much so that they don't realize that their hands are bloody. Okay. And this exactly, I don't know, neurodivergence or what, but when I get so focused on something, I'm just going and going, and then I look down and got cuts and bruises, and I'm like, where did those happen? Because I was so focused on, it's that concentration, right? And commitment. And I think this is exactly the result, why you've got the Seven of Cups, why it's looking like luck, right? But it's because you've put in the work, and so it seems like luck. It's like somebody walking in off the street and a person's like, oh, I bet you can't do this thing. And you're like, do diddle do, and you do it. And they're like, oh my God, you must be some, crazy person to be able to do that on your first try. And it's just like, well, yes, but also I have so much experience working with things that this is just another thing, right? Or something like that. People don't recognize the work that went into it. So they view it as, you're lucky, you're gifted, you're this. And you're like, yes, but it's because I've worked, committed, dedicated, and all of that jazz. Okay, let's look what's death. Ooh, the devil. The lovers. The lovers in the devil card. Okay, so this is the balance I am getting. So I'm going to read both because this is doubts and fears, right? The devils. So the lovers represents romance, opposites attracting, the duality and balance of carnality, physicality, and fire versus spirituality, emotions, and water. The pair emphasize the importance of communication and herald an important crossroads. Okay, so when it's upright, love, harmony, trust, a leap of faith, and choice. And reversed, unreliability, separation, second guessing, values, and conflict. And so these are the kinds of adversaries, right, that you have a choice on how to proceed through with, for, above, beyond, etc. You stay over there. Nope. You're over there. Mims just joined us. Okay, so yeah, your choice, right? You can choose to put yourself out there for love, or you can choose to succumb to unworthiness or fear of rejection or whatever, right? It's always a choice that you can make. And because of the flow of this and your recognition of your power and purpose and momentum, I feel like you will choose love, harmony, trust, a leap of faith. Okay. Yes. Okay. We've got the world on the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. And look at this. I feel like you choose a world of love. Okay, we got double world confirmation here. Where's the world? We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a better day. So let's start giving. Completion, recognition, fulfillment, triumph, and celebration. Yes, this is the heart-based being you are choosing and being. Choosing and being. Beautiful. Sorry, I just gotta... Okay, what's this guy? We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, on the Two of Wands. This is the end. This is the world that you are creating, right? You are moving from a world of conflict and drama and despair and abuse, and you are mindfully creating a world that is the opposite of that. Okay, let's see. Ten of Swords. Okay, you are leaving a world of bitterness, betrayal, rock bottom, martyrdom, and severing ties. And you are surviving disaster, recovery, regenerating, and the inevitable. Yeah. You are creating a love world, and this is meant to be. This is meant to be. Okay, what's happening behind the scenes? The Hanged One. Perfect, because it's a ability to see things from different perspectives. Just because you can't see it right in front of you does not mean it's not happening, right? And also something about being where you're at. I'll just read it. Suspension, restriction, sacrifice, readjustment, and improvement. Okay, yes. Sacrifice, but the suspension, right? In suspended animation, no, readjustment. But I'm getting that finding contentment where you are at, right? Finding peace. It's like when you have planted seeds in your garden, there is a surrender, right? That's what this Hanged One is giving me. The surrender that the things are doing their thing. They're growing. They don't need anything more from you. Water them every once in a while, right? Think loving thoughts towards them. But you have to step back and allow the things to do their things. And that's that trust and that faith, okay? What's coming in fast? The Eight of Wands is bringing in Nine of Cups. Independent lovingness. Independent lovingness. Okay. Niner of Cuppers. Dreams realized. Fulfillment. Pleasure. Recognition. And triumph. I gotta stop applying my definitions for this card or these cards onto these other cards and just let them be what they are. Okay, that's what I'm intending here, because then they're bringing more, right? They're bringing something else to the table. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's what's coming in hot with the Eight of Wands. Dreams realized, fulfillment, pleasure, recognition, and triumph. The Nine of Cups represents a happy ending achieved in unexpected ways. Beautiful. You might feel like something awesome is coming and you can't see what it is, but you are trusting in it and allowing it to be and reveal itself as it will eventually, right? And you are choosing to not allow those negative thoughts, right? When there's space, when you can't see, right? It's easy to sit inside your home after you've planted the seeds and being like, oh, they're not going to grow, right? They're not growing. It's been so long, and so they're probably not going to grow, right? this is not utilizing your energy well, right? You are pulling in this energy that could, like, for your momentum, or that you can put into this world or your alchemy, and utilizing it against you, right? This is all about the flow and the momentum and your recognition of your power. Your power to choose. It all comes down to your willpower, right? I mean, your will, your free will to choose how you engage, how you see things in the world. Okay, let's get an astrological card. I just looked down and it was the sun, which is gorgeous. The sun always represents the life-giving success, yes, from the universe, right? We love it when the sun comes out. There's rainbows. She's so cute. Let me see. Okay. Ninth house, exploration. Beautiful. Yes. Exploration number 47. If your chart were a village map, the ninth house, glasses, would contain the international airport, university, or broadcasting tower. The ninth house is the original World Wide Web. It speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. Action. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or a spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience, until you step outside it. Look back at your socio-economical milieu, friends and family, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You're being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company builds resilience. Okay, this is the confirmation of what I was going on about over there with the mountain and the rolling and all that stuff. Push your unique boundaries. If you are an urbane international traveler, you may be most stretched by small town life. Read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, writer, traveler, teacher, or internet diva. Wake up the world. Beautiful. Challenge. When you finally break through and see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. Gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you to engage in it with enthusiasm and passion. Yes. Beautiful. Yay. Okay, and I called these my Josephine Wall, but she just does the artwork. They're actually, when I get the book, there is somebody who does the other stuff, the oracle stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, I got it for the artwork. Okay, So beautiful. Number 33, self-acceptance. Look at that beautiful card. Okay, get it in your eyeballs. Okay. Oh no, it is just her. That's why. It is just her. Josephine Wall, Angelic Vibrations Oracle. Okay. Text by Carolyn Stern. Okay, there you go, Carolyn. Carolyn Stern. Self-acceptance. It is time to whisper a few loving words into your own ear. Look at it. Look at it. It's gorgeous. Okay. You judge yourself too harshly. Every single detail, no matter how small, is scrutinized and measured. If you cannot love yourself, you cannot love anyone. It is certainly helpful to take stock every now and then and to ponder what needs to change and what doesn't. Yet, even more important is to smile at your own reflection and whisper, "You did well today." One more smile per day would be a good start. Nice, right? Okay, let's get love messages after that one. Set clear intentions. Okay, be intentional. You are magic. You got so much magic. You got the high priestess, the magician, right? There is you're creating a world from the love that you choose every day, every moment. So be intentional, right? I'm learning to be more intentional, like when stating what we were going to do with the alternative tarot deck, right? I set the intention. We're going to put a card on all of the other cards and they are going to back up the card, right? Like, I mean, that was not a clear intention, but it was when I did it before. Okay, just the sky is looking weird. Forest time. Yes, reconnect, get out. This is another thing. Another way of breaking up your usual, your norm, your routine, and also for self-care, right? Get out to the source, and the source is alive in the forest, in the stillness of the forest, in the sound bathing that is the forest, in the little details that are all around, in that beautiful symbiotic ecosystems that are everywhere. There's lots of things that you can focus on, that you can put your attention and connect with to create this beautiful exchange, right? That's the thing. When you plug in to forest source, it is always a reciprocation, and you leave charged without leaving anybody depleted, right? Okay, and the last one, release the resistance. Okay, you do that every time you go with the flow, every time you choose love. Yes. Okay, some charms. Let's do it this way. Okay, so this horse who is galloping and gorgeous fell on Anzus, which is the messenger rune. Okay, so messages are coming in. It's also tucked in behind the speed of the Eight of Wands, right? bringing you closer to this gorgeous card. We've also got the fairy. Okay, in your 9th house, exploration and near your forest time. So this is that tapping into the Fae world, right? That's exactly where we were at when we were talking about the forest. It's allowing a connection with the elementals. We've got this elephant that is in between your sword of truth and the your passionate creation of the world that you want to live. And we also have the peaceful heart landing on these 2 cards. Okay? Living from your heart space, being in your heart space, and that creating the world that you want to live in. One of harmony, love, acceptance, joy, peace. Beautiful. Was that all the card? Was that all the charms? They kind of flew and I wasn't really looking. Okay, that's it for today. So we've got lots of cards here. I want to put self-acceptance up here because these guys are already kind of bunched. Okay. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful cards. Okay, yes, yes, I love that card. Gorgeous. Okay. So hopefully there was some good stuff for you in there. Be open and ready for the messages to come in like lightning and shake up your world like a tower. But just trust that it is all part of the process, right? You are releasing the old ways so that the new things can be. And this is the same with the magician. The magician turns lead into gold with alchemy. That is the death of the lead and the birth of the gold, right? Choosing love over fear, always. That's how you be in your heart space and create a love world, okay? Releasing the resistance, trusting, becoming, intuiting, receiving. Yes, yes, yes. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay. There's your reading for today. And yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.